Buena Vista High School, 1927 until 1960. The information I'm going to try to give here came from the Tippah County Historical Society publication, which was published in the early 1980s. It's copyrighted in 81, so I guess it came out sometime about that time. But it states that the first Buena Vista School was a temporary building across from Jacob Chapel Church, across from Jacob Chapel Methodist Church, which would have put it over in the cemetery. Of course, the cemetery at that time wasn't as large as it is today, so there's been a lot of room probably towards the front. But it's just a temporary building, and earlier the city, the county fathers had already met and come up with a redistricting of all the schools in the county of Tippah. And there's mostly one room or two room schools at that time, and they consolidated and went to several. The little schools went to the big schools. And Buena Vista School took in Britt, Barkley, Warris Chapel, and New Hope. And that comprised of the ones that went on to Buena Vista, and they shut down the other schools in 1927 when they all went to Buena Vista. It is stated that Mr. Esker Childers, who was a large landowner at that time in the area, donated the land to construct Buena Vista School on there. He just lived across the holler over a little ways, and he donated the land for the school. I am Milton Welch, and I first started the school at Buena Vista in 1944. Was in and out. My dad was a sharecropper. I was in and out on up through high school. I believe the last year I attended Buena Vista was probably in 1951. And what we're going to attempt to do here is put in order the 1949 yearbook, that Buena Vista yearbook, made a video or a slideshow out of it, and get it on the internet here, and also on a DVD. And thanks is in order for Ms. Jean Dees Holley, who gave me this book here a few weeks ago, and thanks to her, I've been able to scan it and trying to get things in order. You got to look over this now. I'm an old man. I come along 50 years too soon for a computer, but I'm trying to get it where you can see it on your TV. Now, what I did, like the dedication, I left the text out because it done faded and it would be hard to read sitting back in the easy chair on the TV. So what I'm planning on doing later is making the complete book on a computer disk where you can sit down and gaze at your computer monitor and maybe read everything on it. But we did leave out the text on the dedication portion of it, and also on the under each class the name and all. But anyway, my granddaughter was good enough to read off the ones that was in the individual classes. So maybe she pronounced most of the names right. She might have slaughtered some of them, but anyway, that's where we're at this stage. Another thing we attempted to do, and it worked out fairly well, at the end of the book, at the end of the annual or yearbook, there were 2 pages that had real small photos of different scenes or individuals, and what we did, we cropped each one of them. Now bear in mind the contrast of enlarging them from postage stamp size object up into something you can actually see on your television. You lose a lot of your contrast, but anyway, that's what we did on the last 2 pages. We took each one and cropped it off and put it on there. Now at the very end there is a slideshow in 2 different formats that you can actually read what's under, like the class pictures. I put them in there also with the type that was written under them, telling who they are, who the teacher was, and so forth. Also, I went out there just a few days ago to take some photographs of. It's a sad situation to see where it's went, and of course, not only Buena Vista, but some of them don't have nothing left. You know, old center, everything's gone, and I hadn't been over to old Shady Grove lately, where my wife attended school down here at Palmer. The old lunchroom is left. It's a voting precinct, and of course, the old agricultural building out at Buena Vista, I understand it's still a voting precinct for the Claresville community. And let's see. Well, don't know anything more to add. So may have some of this all compiled, not to be exact right, but as I said earlier, I got most of the information about the first 2 years of being across from Jacob Chapel Methodist Church. That was published in the Tippah County Historical, the Tippah County Historical Society published the book. It was called The Heritage of Tippah County, and anyone who hadn't read it is interested in history. It's a very informative book. It'll carry you back down memory lane, and for the ones of us who can still remember that lane I'm talking about, it's very interesting. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it, and we are going to come up with a computer version where we can put all of the text from the dedication, and also the classes with the names published under them, and maybe that worked out okay. We can, some of you can sit in front of your computer and see and enjoy it and stop it. Well, you can stop it. This is going to be a DVD. This first one coming out is a DVD, and it's also going to be on the internet. For those of you who have access to the internet, just go to YouTube. Just go to YouTube on the internet and type in Buena Vista High School 1949 yearbook. Buena Vista 1949 yearbook. That should get it. If it don't, type in Milton Welch. Just Milton Welch, and that'll get you to all my videos I've got uploaded to YouTube, and you can scroll through them and find it there. So hope you might enjoy it. Hope it'll bring back memories of long ago for the ones who was attending school at that time, or maybe some of the children or descendants of the ones it was. So hope you enjoy it.
This is the administration of Buena Vista High School, 1949. Mr. James F. Howe, Superintendent, Science. Miss Maudie McKinstry, Mathematics. Mr. Leo Hutchinson, Agriculture. Miss C.M. Bennett, English. Miss Lucille Smith, Commerce. Miss Lon Pickens, Jr., Homemaking, Substitute. Mr. J.C. Jackson, Coach, 6th, 7th grades. Miss Gadsden Smith, 4th, 5th grades. Miss Maddie B. Linebarger, 2nd, 3rd grades. Miss Ralph Rowe, 1st grade. This is the senior class of Buena Vista High School, 1949. Joan Carter, Laura Virginia Childers, Loretta Chun, Lindley Garrison, William Edward Buddy Smith, Miss Lucille Smith, class sponsor. Smith, class sponsor. This is the junior class of Buena Vista High School, 1949. Billy Carter, Donald Clark, John Clark, Hannah Easternley, Robbie Hall, Ruby Hardy, Charles Keenum, Roy W. Smith, John Keenum, Daniel Thomas, Laverner Wyndham, Miss Charlie Bennett, class sponsor. This is the 10th grade of Buena Vista High School, 1949. First row, Maxine Hill, Gilda Eaton, Martha Gillard, Doris Yates, Ruth Hardy. Second row, Bobby Ruth Stanford, James Smith, Billy Joe Hill, Dale Blythe, Hazel Johnson. Third row, Wade Kappelman, Jimmy Eaton, Jack Witt, Bernice Gillard, and Wayne Kappelman. This is the 9th grade of Buena Vista High School, 1949. First row, Neely Yates, Jack Garner, Peggy Jeffries, Charles Neal McCluster, Earl Stokes Cooper. Second row, Mary Gillard, Ruth Barkley, Vernice Jones, Lewis Wayne Williams. Third row, Ray Benefield, Billy Johnson, and Glenn Stanford. This is the 8th grade of Buena Vista High School, 1949. First row, Don Smith, Charles Carter, Carlton Hall, Neely Faye Bullock, Betty Hugh Childers, Billy Zane Wingo, and Wayne Atkins. Second row, Mary Ruth Keenum, Harold Jean Garrison, Dexter Smith, Edward Chun, Patty Sue Clark, Alberta Wyndham. Third row, Billy Dunham, Thomas Burks, Lamar Murray, Cora Ray Gillard. This is the 7th grade of Buena Vista High School, 1949. First row, Shirley Ann Garner, Billy Hugh White, Bessie Yates, Joan Yancey, Frank Benefield, John Daniel Chun. Second row, James Bryan, Shirley Sue White, Holland Garrison, Elizabeth Carter, and Lloyd Smith. Third row, John Daniel Johnson, Mr. Jackson, Bobby Smith, and Freddie Jean Smith. This is the 6th grade of Buena Vista High School, 1949. First row, Albert White Jr., Drew Hall, Jimmy McCluster, Joe McNice, and Stanley Smith. Second row, Lila Hugh Beatty, Robert Logan, Mr. J.C. Jackson, James Earl Geis, and James Kappelman. Third row, Barbara Moore, Beth Clark, Rachel Akins, Reuben Beatty, and Reuben McBride. Reuben McBride. This is the 5th grade of Buena Vista High School, 1949. First row, Barbara Neal Smith, Betty Jane Smith, Helen Joyce Williams, Barbara Childers, Mona Ray Atkins, Laverne McCluster, Jack Moore, and Bobby Ford. Second row, Margaret Witt, Joyce Harris, Bobby Burks, Betty Jean Fryer, and Lester Geis. Third row, Roy Stanford, Forrest Gowdy, Martha Johnson, Betty Caroline Smith, Johnny Wilson. Center back, Miss Gadsden Smith. This is the 4th grade at Buena Vista High School, 1949. First row, Barbara Neal Midland, Martha Ann Carter, Jean Garner, Harvey Childers, Billy Ruth Garrison. Second row, Dorothy Jean Yates, Tommy Smith, James Johnson, Kay Cheryl Witt. Third row, Noel Akins, Jr., Albert Wyndham, Levon Wyndham. Center back, Miss Gadsden Smith. This is the 3rd grade at Buena Vista High School, 1949. First row, David White, Lillian Akins, W.M. Yates, Mary Joyce Huey, Terry Smith, Betty Jean Moore, Tommy Lean Easternly. Second row, Priscilla Hall, Peggy Sue Carter, Harlan Childers, Blanche Garner, and David Ray Childers. Third row, Betty Jean Benefield, Milton Smith, Peggy Ann Witt, and Miss Maddie V. Linebarger. Row, Kenneth Carter, Joe Garner, Peggy White, Joe Terry White, Billy Joyce Moore. Second row, Bobby White, Elizabeth Ford, Polly White, Sally Howard, Johnny Logan, David Welch. Third row, Leland Ray Hall, Brenda Dobbs, Peggy Crawford, Bobby O'Neill Beatty, Bobby Faye McBride, and Chester Johnson. Fourth row, Paul Harris, Miss Maddie V. Linebarger. This is the 1st grade at Buena Vista High School, 1949. First row, Doris Jean Hugh, Bobby Shades Midland, Johnny Johnson, Shirley Rose Hopper, Roy Wayne Thomas, James Rogers, and Dixie Womack. Second row, Bobby Earl McCluster, James Carroll Mercer, Francis Hodges, Linda K. Yancey, and Eugene Johnson. Third row, Mary Sue Jones, Bobby Sue Garrison, Mary Stella Akins, Naldine Childers, Junior Garrison, Miles Turner, and Roy Johnson. Fourth row, Jimmy Jeffries, Geraldine Geis, Betty Bryant, J.A. Turner. Teacher, Miss Ralph Rowe. This is the FHA of Buena Vista High School, 1949. First row, Neely Yates, Loretta Chun, Peggy Jeffries, Mary Gillard, Maxine Hill. Second row, Ruth Hardy, Hannah Easternly, Laura Virginia Childers, Ruby Hardy. Third row, Hazel Johnson, Ruth Barkley, Bobby Ruth Stanford. Fourth row, Bernice Jones, Bernice Gillard, and Joan Carter. Gillard and Joan Carter. This is the FFA of Buena Vista High School, 1949. First row, Ray Benefield, James Smith, Jack Garner, Charles Neal McCluster, Earl Stoke Cooper, Lewis Wayne Williams. Second row, Glenn Stanford, Wade Kappelman, Billy Joe Hill, Dale Blythe, Roy W. Smith. Third row, Bon Garner, Billy Carter, Charles Keenum, Jimmy Eaton, and Wayne Kappelman. Fourth row, Donald Clark, Jack Witt, John Albert Keenum, and Billy Johnson.